Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a new moon solar eclipse reading for my dearest Scorpios. Scorpios, if these messages resonate with you, I am going to ask that you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what clear messages and guidance come through for my dearest Scorpios for their highest and greatest good. All right, so your energy is the Six of Pentacles. What you're leaving behind, the Ace of Wands. Nice. And what you're moving towards, Strength card, Leo energy. When it comes to career and finances, the King of Swords. When it comes to your love life, Justice. This is what I was picking up on. I'll tell you in a minute what the messages coming through. And the positive energy coming into your life is the Six of Swords, yeah. So this is the second new moon that we have in Aries, and it's a solar eclipse. It is powerful effing energy, Scorpio, for lack of a better way of putting it. And I'm seeing that you are all about the self-love, and you're all about balance and boundaries. You're saying no to situations that haven't been balanced. And for a lot of you, it's a love relationship. You may be getting a divorce, you might be getting a separation, but you're not dealing with people who are detached or lazy or indecisive or unreliable anymore. And the positive energy that you're bringing in, or this eclipse is bringing in for you, is peace. Peace and balance. I love this. And this can be in all different areas of your life. Yeah, you're healing. So a lot of my Scorpios, I'm seeing that you're saying no, or you're letting go, or you're rejecting people and situations, living situations, jobs, relationships, that just where people aren't pulling their weight, or they're just not in alignment with you. And that's because you've healed. That's because you've healed and you're no longer worried about being on your own or alone. I'm just getting that my Scorpios here, you're in this beautiful energy of take it or leave it. I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table. And if you're not going to show up for me, I don't really need, I don't need to deal with you, or I don't need to deal with this situation. And I love this energy for you because it's really powerful. All right. It's really powerful energy. So let's see, with the Six of Pentacles, my Scorpios, you're not putting up with anything that's not equal give and take. And it's not necessarily about tit for tat, right? Like I spent $10.13, you need to spend $10.13, but there needs to be this matched energetic exchange in whatever it is that you're doing. And yeah, a lot of you're starting to see through other people's BS with the Seven of Cups. You're also recognizing that you have options. So whether it's in love, whether it's in business, whether it's in whatever, like you're not going to be sitting here making decisions or staying in a situation because you don't have anything else. And there may have been somebody that tried to convince you otherwise, but like I said, you're seeing through. You're seeing through any sort of distortion or confusion regarding your worth and your value and the options that you have. And you're ready. You know what you have to offer. This Page of Pentacles has a really big pentacle. It's almost the size of him, right? It's huge. You know what you bring to the table, Scorpio. And I love that because it's such an empowered energy and you're not going to let anybody mess with you. That's what I'm getting. I love that. So what you're leaving behind is, being drained, possibly being overworked, possibly a situation that was unreliable, whether that's in love, money, friendship, family. And yeah, because you're seeing clearly. And maybe some of you are dealing with a Cancer or Pisces here, but you're seeing very clearly your worth and your value and what isn't in alignment with you anymore. Wow, strong Cancer, Pisces energy. A lot of my Scorpios, you may have been ignoring your intuition regarding this particular situation or making excuses for someone or the situation as to why it was imbalanced, but it's almost like there's been like an aha moment or a wake-up call. And my Scorpios are like, you know what? Actually, I've given you too many chances to come through for me, to show me, to put your money where your mouth is. Or I've given you too many chances, to make it right. or to show me that you are in this, or to show me that you value me. Again, a relationship or a job. And it's like, And it almost looks like, my Scorpios, you weren't trusting your intuition, but you were staying in a situation, maybe hoping or praying that it would improve, or that somebody would show up for you the way that you needed them to. And what I love about that is, I mean, it hasn't been easy. I can see that. But what I love about it is that realization, like, you know what? Somebody's been trying to pull the wool over my eyes, or somebody or a situation isn't what it says it is. And so what you're moving towards is this Strength card here, Leo energy. And it's clarified, yeah, see, by the Cancer energy, moving. Some of you are literally traveling and moving. I feel like you're doing it even if you're not 100% sure. I mean, this Page of Pentacles is a little bit nervous. Like, I know my worth and my value, and I've got this big pentacle, and I don't want to lose it. But I feel like you're definitely, you know that you need to move, and you are. You're moving forward, you're ascending. And wow, speaking of ascension, Judgment energy. Yeah, you're calling judgment and moving away from anything that's been draining your life force, anybody or anything that was wish-washy or keeping you in a depleted, stagnant state. Yeah, wow. All right. So I love that. And this is part of your ascension, because my Scorpios out there, I feel like some sort of deep healing has taken place for you. And you're like, I'm not repeating these past mistakes. I'm not repeating these karmic lessons. You're really actively seeing anything that's been on a loop or a repetition or a pattern that doesn't serve you. And you're like, nope, I'm doing things differently. And Scorpios, oh, I love you for it. I love you for it. Now, when it comes to work, you have the King of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Swords. I was going to say that. I wish I had said it earlier. Some of you, you're cutting ties with a situation, like whether it's a business partner, whether it's coworkers who are like backstabbing or deceitful. Some of you, I'm seeing here, you might have also been kind of burned in a big investment that you made, possibly, you know, one that... yeah, like somebody, like, I don't know if it was like, anyway, you may have been burned in a big investment here. But I just see that a lot of you also, you also, if you have your own business or you're online or something like that, Scorpio, a lot of you, like, you haven't had the visibility that you normally have. Especially my YouTube creators out there. You haven't had the visibility that you normally have. And the Seven of Pentacles energy in reverse, and that's coming to an end. There's definitely, like, you're cutting cords or cutting ties with, whether it's a particular business or person or group or platform even. Like, the Seven of Pentacles tells me you've invested a lot of time and energy into something, but you haven't been getting the visibility, or you haven't been getting the reward that you've wanted. And again, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse takes us to the Six of Pentacles. Something's coming to an end that's bringing you balance. So a lot of my Scorpios, you know, you may be opening up, you know, like, for example, if you're on social media, you may be adding another platform, okay, that's going to be as successful if you're finding that you're stagnant, or your visibility is being, you know, your visibility is being crushed or plateaued on a certain platform. For others of you, if you're not on social media, it could just be that, you know, like, you're moving away from, you know, a company or a person that was deceiving you, possibly always dangling that carrot in front of you, telling you that, you know, oh, if you just make one more sale, or if you just, you know, when the, you know, giving you timelines that sort of come and go. Not timelines. What I mean by is time, like dates that may come and go, and they don't give you what they've been promising you. It's like you're ending it. And a lot of you, you've been hanging on to a situation that you're realizing is now just depleting you. So it's like you're opening yourself up to other opportunities. All right. So I like that. We'll get more messages in a bit about your career and finances. But when it comes to your love life, it's almost like the same energy. You may have been dealing with a Libra. Could also, I'm getting strong water energy. We have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. But it's like something here has been really imbalanced. And some of my Scorpios, you've been through a tough divorce or separation. Yeah, but you're seeing things clearly. You're moving forward in a new direction because you're seeing the big picture. And a lot of you, that divorce is going to be finalized. a lot of you, you're seeing very clearly, and possibly you were dealing with somebody with strong air in their chart, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, that wasn't pulling their weight. And again, you may have been holding on to that situation in hopes that they would change. Maybe they were always, they may have been doing some future faking, or even telling you like, kind of like keeping you in the tuck, like keeping you close by making certain promises, but not backing it up with actions. I see my Scorpios no longer willing to be like the side chick or the side person or an option. And I feel like a lot of you, you're probably cutting ties with somebody who exhibits some pretty heavy narcissistic behavior here with the King of Swords. It could be somebody who's nasty, mentally abusive, or just somebody who just absolutely doesn't pull their weight. I'm getting this person lies, whoever it is. And it's like you're cutting cords with them. Maybe you already know that, and if you're waiting on a divorce, that is going to go through. Because the positive energy that this eclipse and this new moon is bringing you is the Six of Swords. You're moving on. You're finding peace. You're leaving troubled waters behind. Some of you, you're actually moving, and I got that with the Chariot card. Some of you are moving away from this person, like especially if it was an abusive relationship. But some of you, you're like, you know what, I'm starting fresh, new city, new state, new country, new me. You're releasing burdens. You've got this like final little push here, and beautiful. And there's your karmic justice, Libran energy. Because my Scorpios, your theme for this reading or for this solar eclipse, for this new moon in Aries, the second new moon in Aries, is balance. And yeah, you're seeing things differently. And if you've been stuck or stagnant, you've been looking at all the details, and things are about to shift for you in a really big way. I love that, because for a lot of you, you're like, I love that, like it's like you're in that final push, and Spirit's saying, don't give up, Scorpios. This karmic justice is coming. Cut ties with this past person who exhibits very self-absorbed. They're overly focused on themselves, probably cut you down a lot, Scorpio, and maybe even like in a covert way. Let them go. Let them go. I get really strong Pisces energy coming through in this reading, but a little bit of everything. So when it comes to your love life, relationships reflect our wounds. Interesting. I always read this as old wounds. I think you've learned your lesson here, Scorpio. You've already learned this lesson. You're no longer willing to repeat it with someone who's not pulling their weight. And I feel like there's been this aha moment where you're like, no, you know what? I've gone within. This doesn't match my energy. This doesn't match who I am. And it's going to be uncomfortable when that happens, right? But you're evolving. You've been doing healing. You're getting ready for the next phase. For a lot of you too, you may have somebody here who kind of like pulls back whenever things start to get serious. And they may have done this to you on more than one occasion. But I feel what you have here is a relationship that's, if that's been a pattern here, you have a new relationship coming in, one that is going to evolve organically and easily. Somebody who's going to build you up as much as you build them up. And a lot of my Scorpios, you're setting boundaries with anybody who's not pulling their weight, anybody who's playing with your time. This is like possibly somebody who hasn't wanted to commit after, months or even a year or years. And it's like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. I love this, because my Scorpios, you're saying no. You're saying no to things that don't work for you, and that's part of your evolution and your ascension. And a lot of you, I do get that. I mean, like, to me, the King of Swords in reverse is one of the nastiest cards in the deck, and you've been dealing with somebody here pretty nasty. Now, it could be that they're in the past for you, Scorpio, and you're just healing this. But this is somebody who definitely, who's very sneaky, who's tricky, who doesn't say what they mean what they say. They may do gaslighting. They don't show their true feelings, but a lot of my Scorpios, you're healing from it. And you're like, you know what? I'm just done. And like I said, for those of you where this is someone in your past, or maybe, the person you were married to, and you're like, I'm over that person, or I've already dealt with that, Spirit's confirming that you've healed from that. And so you're no longer calling in that type of energy. All right, so let's see what additional messages come through for my dearest Scorpios, please. All right, so That which touches the deepest part of your heart is the very conviction that can make real change happen. Yeah, so that, and I'm seeing that. I'm seeing that, like, that which touches the deepest part of your heart right now is balance. Some people and things that put in the same amount of effort that you do, where there's an even exchange, and you're going to change situations that aren't balanced here. Music. So Spirit's saying that music is an important aspect of your expression, healing, and contentedness. Perhaps you're being given messages through song lyrics. Immerse yourself. And I love that with the Judgment card there, and the trumpet or the horn. Some of you you are musicians, or you're being called to take up music, or just immerse yourself in music as a form of healing, but also as a form of movement, as a form of expression. And animals. Your care and concern for God's creatures, big and small, demonstrates the utmost respect for all living things. Beautiful. Beautiful. Some of you may be coming or working with like in animal activism, or working with a shelter, or adopting pets. And we see channeling. So Spirit's telling you to utilize your clear and powerful connection to Spirit, Scorpio, to be their messenger when guidance is needed. Yeah. And trust. I mean, you have a lot of spiritual cards, but I feel like in the past you weren't able to trust your intuition, or you weren't trusting your intuition or your abilities. But with the Hanged Man in reverse, there's been this huge crown chakra upgrade for many of you as well. And I'm also hearing third eye opening. And it may have been blocked, and it may have been blocked because there were other things that needed to be dealt with or healed. But I see you really stepping into this power, embracing your psychic powers, seeing very clearly, unblocking the crown and the third eye chakra here. All right. So when it comes to career and finance, we'll see what other messages Spirit has for my Scorpios, please. Ooh. All right. So we get speak. So throat chakra energy. Take center stage. Speak at events, conferences, and workshops. Share your message and transform lives through your work. Wow. Absolutely. Offer. Identify the specific qualities of your ideal client or customer and make solid, no-brainer offers that they're happy to buy. So this is about really putting yourself out there, and whatever it is your career. Some of you, this is about really like offering, like making offers to like clients, but I'm also seeing too, like if you've been in a situation where your needs aren't being met, you're not being paid your worth and your value, you've been waiting and waiting for compensation that's fair or that's been promised to you. I'm seeing like this is about you being active and moving in a different direction, making offers to other companies, selling yourself is what I'm seeing. Speaking up as well, not staying silent, setting strong boundaries. And yeah, new mindset, new results. Elevate your mindset if you want to get different results. If you keep thinking and acting the same way, nothing will change in your business, or in your career and work. And finally, advertise. So Scorpio, you're really being told to put yourself out there. Get the word out about your business in a strategic way. Experiment with paid advertising to attract real buyers and build your list, but just experiment with different ways of putting yourself out there. I'm seeing that, like you want to write up the best ad for yourself. Put on your best qualities. So some of you, it is going to be about reworking like a CV or a resume, because I feel like a lot of my Scorpios too, you might be looking for a new job. If you're employed by someone else, like you might be looking, like selling yourself the best way possible, because there is something here that seems like it's been unfair, or it's just tiring. For some of you, it could be just like a soul-sucking, experience. Not for all of you, right? But you might even be like in a shadow career. And what I mean by that is like, if you want to be an actor or an actress, but you're behind the camera, like now this eclipse energy is saying, now it's time to put yourself in front of the camera. Sell yourselves here, Scorpio. I love that. All right, so let's see. I'm going to pull from the Kali Oracle for final messages for my Scorpios, please. And we get, this came out for Aries. Kala Ratri, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was Libra. I can't remember. I think it was Aries, though. So this particular version of Kali, and Kali is one of my favorite ascended masters to work with. because to me, she really embodies not only like fiery Aries energy, but she's who you call on when deep transformation is needed. And this particular version or expression of Kali is said to ward off dark entities, ghosts, and spirits, and negative energies, as they all flee when she shows up. And the sanctuary of night and all it entails, such as coming face to face with our fears, and through that releasing them. This is a temple. The sanctuary of night is a temple for healing with Kali. So the many gifts of Kalaratri, again, apologies for my pronunciation, include increased fearlessness and freedom. The oracle guides you to trust in her protection and her promise that under her guiding hand you shall become all you are destined to be. And you're guided and you're protected, and negative energy is being warded off as you step onto your true soul's path and you make these tough decisions, and you reject what doesn't work for you or doesn't honor your value and your worth. All right, Scorpios, I'm going to leave it there. I'm sending you so much love and light. If these messages do resonate, I'm going to ask that you hit that like button, share, subscribe. Check out the description box for ways you can get a private reading, or if you like the cards I'm using, or if you want to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. Love and light. Take care.